Hi, welcome back to another week of yoga. Today we're going to talk about doing some visualization. Visualization is just picturing things in your mind. So there are a couple ways that this works. For some of us, when we close our eyes, we can make a picture in our mind. For others, it might be easier to imagine that there's a piece of white paper or a canvas that you would paint on in front of you. And then when you close your eyes, you imagine a picture being drawn on it or an image being present on it. Some of us might find that when we close our eyes and try to think of something, it's kind of hard for us to see. And that's all right. You can just use the imagination as if you could see it. So it doesn't really matter what way visualization works for you. It's just about giving it a try. So before we start to visualize in our minds, let's do a little bit of breathing and movement together. So we're going to stand up and just find that strong pose where your feet are hip distance, your arms are down by your sides, you're standing up tall like a mountain. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Close your eyes and check in. So just notice how you're feeling today. Maybe it's a little tired or hot, or maybe you feel like you have lots of energy and trying to stand still right now is hard. There's not a right or wrong way to feel. We just want to notice it. And then notice how you're breathing. Is the breath moving the hand under the chest, under the belly? How fast or slow is your breath coming in and out? And then just notice what you're thinking about. Is what you're thinking about have to do with what we're doing right now here on our yoga mat? Or is your mind thinking about other things? Great work. You can just open your eyes and again let your arms come down by your side. So the first visualization we're going to do, we're going to include some movement with our breath and body. So to get us warmed up, we're just going to start with some simple arm movements. So we'll try them together just as movements, and then we can add the breath in. So let's start with our hands together at our heart. We're going to interlace our hands, bring our hands up to our chin, and reach our elbows up to the sky. Then we're going to press our palms forward with our fingers together. And then we're going to reach those palms up to the sky. Let the arms come down and meet back at the heart. So let's do that one more time. Interlace the fingers, hands to the chin, elbows up. Press the palms forward. Reach the arms high to the sky. And then let the arms come down. Good. We'll do that and add in our breath. So hands to the heart. Interlace the fingers. Take a deep breath in. Lift the hands to the chin, the elbows to the sky. Breathe out. Press your hands forward. Breathe in, reach your arms up to the sky. Breathe out, let the arms float down nice and slow. Bring the hands to the heart. Interlace the fingers, breathe in, hands to chin, elbows up. Breathe out, press those hands forward. Breathe in, reach the arms to the sky. Breathe out, the arms float down, and the hands come back to the heart. We'll do that one more time. Breathe in, interlace the hands, lift the hands to chin, elbows up. Breathe out, press those hands forward. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Breathe out, let the arms come down, palms come together at the heart. Nice work. So now we're going to do a little breathing and movement together. So I want you to take your feet just a little bit wider. We're also going to add in our visualization. Turn your toes just a little bit away from your body. So I want you to imagine that there's a bucket of paint right down in between your feet. And we're going to do what's called rainbow breath. So we're going to start with our hands at our heart. We're going to close our eyes. And we're going to picture or visualize, imagine the color red. Again, for some of us, it's just going to pop right into our mind. Others of us might see it in front of us as if there was a red dot on a piece of paper or a canvas. And others might just use our imagination to think of the color red. Awesome. Open the eyes. And now imagine that color red is below you in that bucket of paint. I want you to bend your knees, scoop down, and get as much paint as you can in your hands, and then stand up. We're going to rub that paint all over our hands. You might feel your hands start to get warm. And then take a pause, take a deep breath in, reach your arms to the sky, and then paint that first color of the rainbow as the arms come down. Great. So we're going to do that with each color of the rainbow. So let's bring the hands to the heart, close the eyes, and just think of that color orange. And maybe it's a really bright and vibrant orange, or maybe it's a really light and mild orange. And then open the eyes. Imagine that orange paint down in your bucket. You're going to scoop down, grab that orange paint, bring it up, rub it all over your hands. Again, your hands are going to get a little warm. And then stop the hands, take a deep breath in, reach those hands up, and then paint that orange of the rainbow. Beautiful. Hands to heart. Close the eyes. Think of that color yellow. We're going to scoop down and pick up that yellow. Bring it up, rub it all over our hands, get our hands nice and warm, ready to paint our yellow. Hand stop, deep breath in, reach those hands up, and then paint that yellow of the rainbow. Good. Hands come back to the heart, close the eyes. We're on to the color green. Let that color green come into your mind. And again, is it a dark green or is it more of a yellow green? What color green do you want to see? And then bend the knees, scoop down, pick up that green, rub it together on the hands. Stop those hands, take a deep breath in, reach up. As you breathe out, paint that green of the rainbow. Good. We're going to do two more colors. So we're coming to blue, hands to heart, close the eyes. And think of blue. Is it blue like the sky? We're like the ocean. Open those eyes, bend the knees, scoop down, grab the blue paint. Really rub those hands. Keep generating the heat and the warmth. You can feel it between the hands. Let the hands be still. Take a deep breath in. Reach up. Paint that rainbow blue as the eyes close and come down. Hands back to the heart. Last color of the rainbow we're going to do today is purple. So just taking a moment, seeing that color purple in your mind or on the imaginary canvas in front of you. Go ahead and open the eyes, scoop down, grab that last color, that color purple, and rub the hands together. Get the paint all over the hands, maybe even do the backs of the hands on this one. Just feeling the connection of the hands, the warmth, and then bring the hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in, reach those arms up, and as you breathe out, paint that last color of the rainbow. Awesome. Let's just do one last check-in. Hand on heart, hand on belly. Close your eyes and notice how you're feeling. Maybe start by noticing your hands and your arms. They did some work. They generated some heat. Can you feel that warmth on your chest and your belly? And then notice your breath. Maybe it got a little bit slower or deeper. Or maybe from all the movement, it's a little bit faster. And notice what your mind is thinking about. Again, is it thinking about being here on the mat? Or is it thinking about some other things? Again, there's no right or wrong. We're just checking in. Slowly open your eyes. Let your arms come down by the side. Good. We're going to get started with some poses now. We're going to step our feet together and come to our mat for tabletop. So bring those knees down and then bring the hands down so you're just like a table. So you want your back nice and flat as if you could set a table on your back. So you don't want your plates falling from side to side. So we're going to try and stay nice and still with a flat back. We're going to reach our right leg back. Our toes are going to stay down on the floor. And then we'll reach our left arm out to the side. So we're going to have a little bit of a balance here. Just take a few deep breaths as you balance. So balance is a way to help us get focused to start our practice. One more breath. Good. Bring that left hand down and bring your knee back to the mat. We'll take it to the other side. So bring that other foot back. Reach the other arm out to the side. So it's the left leg, the right arm. 2 more breaths. Just finding our balance. Getting focused for our movement. Reach that hand down. Bring your knee back down. And we're going to take some cow and cat pose. So for cow pose, we let the belly reach down toward the floor and look forward. For cat pose, we press our back up to the sky. It gets round and we look at our belly button. 2 more like that. Breathe in, let your belly come toward the floor and look forward. Breathe out, round your back, press it up to the sky and look to your belly button. Last one, cow pose, belly comes down toward the floor, arms stay straight and look forward. Cat pose, we press our back up to the sky and we look to our belly button. We'll just come right back to that tabletop, nice flat back. We'll take our right leg back again But this time, we're going to try and keep everything else still and just lift that leg a little bit. Let's bend our knee and then see if we can circle the knee toward the arm. Take one more circle like that, and then reverse the direction. Circle the knee back. Good. Take that leg out long, toes up. Cross the right leg over the left and bring the toes down to the ground. Peek over your shoulder and take a look at that foot down on the ground. Few deep breaths here, just stretching out the side of your body. Good. Look back between your hands. Lift up that leg and then reach it through center all the way out to the right side. Go ahead and put your foot flat. Walk your hands in toward your leg and then lift up your chest. So now your leg is out to the side and your left knee is down. Take a big breath in and reach your left arm up to the sky and lean toward the right. So a few breaths here. Good. Reach back up toward the sky and then take that left hand and bring it all the way down to the floor. Then reach your right arm up to the sky. So we're kind of just going over to the other side for a few breaths. Good. Place your right hand back on your mat. Bring your left hand next to it and slide your right knee back down. We're in tabletop again. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Find that nice tabletop. Take your toes back on the left foot. And then try and stay nice and still as you lift the leg. Bend the knee. And then draw big circles with your knee toward your arm. And then take those circles in the other direction. Good. Reach those toes back behind you. They're up off the floor. Cross that left leg over right and bring the toes down. And then just take a look back at that right foot. Take some deep breaths. Get a nice long stretch. And then look back between your hands. Lift your left toes and bring that leg all the way through center out to the left side. Put that foot down. Walk your hands in toward your knee and come up to stand on your knee. So now we're standing on our right leg and our left leg is long to our side. Take a big breath in to get as long as you can toward the sky. Reach the right arm up and then lean toward your left leg. And then we'll take it to the other side. Come back up. Bring your right hand down and reach your left arm to the sky. Good. Let the left hand come down to the mat. Bring the right hand onto the mat and slide that left knee back under for tabletop. Take your hands a little bit forward from where they are. Tuck your toes under and lift up your hips for downward facing dog. So really spread your fingers nice and wide. And in this down dog, we're actually going to step our feet as wide as the mat. And then from here, let's walk our feet to the outside of our hands. So go ahead and walk those feet forward. And then start to sink your bottom down toward the ground and spin your toes away from your body for yogi squat. So we're squatting down, and everybody's squat's going to look a little different. So you might be able to reach your bum really close to the floor, or you might be up here a little bit more. It doesn't matter. It's just sinking down as far as it feels okay. And then we're going to keep one hand down and reach the other arm up to the sky. And then switch our arms. One hand, that hand comes down, the other arm reaches up to the sky. And then bring both hands down. Begin to straighten out your legs and turn your toes to face forward, coming into this forward fold. So you can just take a few breaths here, stretching out your body. One more. And then press through your feet and roll all the way up to stand. Nice job. Let's turn so we're sideways on our mat. We're going to step our feet nice and wide away from each other. Turn our toes toward one edge of the mat. Bend that knee. Keep your body facing forward though, and let the arms open wide. And let's take a little flow here. So we're going to breathe in, straighten our leg, reach our arms up. And breathe out, bend the knee and open the arms wide. Breathe in, reach up and straighten the leg. Breathe out, bend the knee, arms wide. Good, just settle here. And your arms come down, your legs straighten. Turn those toes back in and turn the other toes toward that edge of the mat. Bend that knee. Take the arms wide. Keep your chest facing the screen. And we'll take our little flow. So inhale, reach the arms up, straighten your legs. And then breathe out, arms down, bend the knee. Breathe in, rising nice and tall, legs straightened. Breathe out, bend the knee, arms wide. Last one, breathe in, reach the arms up, straighten that leg. Breathe out, let the arms open wide and bend the knee. Settle in for one more breath. Good, the arms come down, the leg straightens, and we're just going to heel toe our feet in toward each other. Great, we're going to come to stand back at the top of the mat with our feet just a little bit apart. Our arms are down by the sides, our palms are forward for that strong mountain pose. Take a deep breath in and reach the arms up to the sky. As you breathe out, waterfall your body down your legs all the way till the hand finds the mat. We're going to step our feet back nice and far, so it's like we're going to do a push-up. Bring our knees down and then lower our whole body down to the mat. Good. So we're going to squeeze our elbows in toward our ribs. Our feet are flat on the mat. And take a big breath in and lift up our head and chest. So you can keep looking down at the ground. Take one more breath. Perfect. Let your head come down. Press up to your hands and knees, back to that tabletop. So go ahead and find your tabletop. Again, back's nice and flat. The knees are a little bit apart. The fingers are spreading wide. Take a big breath in, reach the right arm up to the sky. Breathe out, let the hand come down. Breathe in, reach the left arm up to the sky. Breathe out and let the hand come down. We'll do that again on each side. Breathe in, reach the right arm up. Breathe out, the arm comes down. Breathe in, reach the left arm up. Breathe out, the arm comes down. From here, slide your toes together and take your knees a little bit wider. Sink your bottom back and reach forward and bring your head down for child's pose. And just give yourself a moment here to take a few deep breaths. Good. Let's rise back up to our hands and knees. Bring our knees back together. Take the legs to the side and sit down on our mat. So from here, we're going to take our legs out long in front of us and sit up nice and tall. Take a big breath in, reach your arms up to the sky, and then reach forward for your toes. You might not get them, that's fine. You can just rest your hands on your legs. But look down at those toes. Make the toes face the sky as you reach toward them, or maybe you actually touch them. One more big breath in and out here. Good. Walk your hands up your legs to sit up tall. Bring your hands by your sides. Scoot yourself forward so your knees bend and your feet are flat on the mat. And then we're going to bring down our elbows and then lower all the way down to the floor. So our arms are by our sides. We slide our feet in really, really close to our body. Press down through our feet, lift our hips for bridge pose. Take a couple breaths. See if you can do one more. Nice work. Slowly lower yourself down. Good. We'll take our arms out to the side. We'll have our feet touching and our knees touching, and then let both legs come over to the right. Just a little unwind. And then bring your knees back up to center and let both legs come over to the left. Again, just a little unwind. And then bring your knees back to center. Let your legs lay long on your mat, and they can be a little bit apart or really wide apart, whatever feels good for you. And let your arms come down by your side, but there can be a little space between your body and your arms. So really take up your mat. Maybe even some of your body comes off your mat, and that's fine. Go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to come back to those colors of the rainbow. So let's start by seeing the color red. And then seeing something that we would see in nature or outside that is red. Taking a moment to see it. Maybe it's a flower or a stop sign. And then we'll move on to the color orange. So just start by seeing that color orange or thinking of that color orange. And then thinking of something in nature or something outside that you would see that's orange. And again, just picture it in the mind, on your imaginary canvas, or just thinking of it. And then let's think of that color yellow. So start by just seeing yellow, thinking of it. And then what's something that's outside that might be yellow that you can picture in your mind? And moving on to the color green, just start by seeing that color, bringing that color into your mind. And then what's something that's outside that's the color green? And picture that. And then moving to the color blue, starting with just the color. And then thinking of something outside that's blue. And picture that. And then our last color, the color purple. And doing your best to see that color and imagining something that's outside in nature that's purple. Allow yourself to see that for just a moment here. And then the very last thing we'll picture is that rainbow. Starting at the top of the rainbow, seeing the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And then let go of that picture in the mind of the rainbow and find some stillness and silence for just a moment. And just slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take a deep breath in and out. And maybe take a nice long stretch like you would in the morning when you wake up. And then bend your knees and roll onto your side. And from here, just take a pause before you press yourself all the way up to a comfortable seat. So you can cross your legs, sit up tall, close your eyes, bring your hands together. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me again today. If you liked doing this rainbow work with the breath and picturing things in your mind, another activity you could try is to go outside and take a walk and try to find things in the order of the color of the rainbow. So start by looking for something red, and then once you find something red, look for something orange, and then yellow, and then green, blue, and purple. And let that be a fun activity you can do while you're either playing outside or taking a walk or going for a hike. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you join me again soon.